Charlie, we are connecting hustles today, powered by Telecel. I just want you guys to know that I've taken Zoo out of the podcast because he wasn't giving what I was supposed to give. Like, I got a new person who actually works in media.
Because Zoo stamps are going to come after me.
You say you have fixed the problem. You leave the shop and you still hear
The advice I'll give somebody is money shouldn't be the motivational factor. I know at the end of the day,
bad.
because he was the dancer. I was
The hype man.
Yeah, no.
Charlie, the way you say no, some way. No, so with someone this day. No.
Like when you call photography photo.
I know I dance better than you and Zoo. That one I know. But you
After
know,
this episode, we'll do that something. Yeah, I don't talk chow. I don't talk chow.
I'll give your car to
Somebody.
Hey,
Hey, Charlie.
you don't like that too.
so I had a full-time job, right? I used to do 8 to 5. And yeah, I used to do
No
8 to
9,
5.
8. 1 hour. They don't know how painful it is to wake up.
You know?
Charlie, no. If a boy was here, I'd rang you for you.
Stay by plan, Accra, stay by plan. All the boys, all the girls, for stay by plan. Stay by plan, stay by plan. All the boys, all the girls, for stay by plan.
Hi guys, welcome to yet another episode of Stay by Plan. But obviously, you can tell that this is a special episode. I'm so excited. I may be making mistakes, but Charlie, we are connecting hustles today, powered by Telecel, and I'm so excited because I'm the only girl in the room with some real G's here, and I'm excited. I'm really, really excited. Are you guys excited to be here?
Very excited.
Oh, you guys don't sound it. Say, I'm excited to be here.
We're excited.
And I'm sure you guys can see that there's somebody that is not here. So I just want you guys to know that I've taken Zoo out of the podcast because he wasn't giving what I was supposed to give. Like, I got a new person who actually works in media. So best believe things are changing on the podcast. So I have the one and only Jude here.
Yeah, but
Jude,
I feel like it's a setup, right?
Oh, setup how?
Because Zoo stamps are going to come after me.
Oh, they will not come after me. Don't worry. But
Come after
honestly,
me.
Zoo stands are crazy. Like, whether Zoo
Unbelievable.
walks
Super
backwards,
guy.
flies, they'll say Zoo is the best person. So, Charlie, they will actually come
Super
for you.
super guy. It feels so great to be here, guys. I mean, yeah, the energy is already there. No,
yeah.
after you day form.
Oh,
Charlie, no, you day form. You day form too much. Brutal.
I'm just staying my plan, Charlie. I'm just staying my plan.
Wow.
And yeah, I'm excited that we are all here
Yeah.
and we are at Skates Media. People say that this place is not real. When they say it on Instagram, they say the place is too nice, so it's AI. Guys, we are literally here. Like, it's a real place. So shout out to the team. Thank you guys for the setup. And of course, we have 2 people in the studio with us. So, let everybody say their names and let's just get into it. I have so many questions to ask you guys because I hear say you the hold. And I'm trying to
The old was.
money
Are you sure?
and connections.
Hey,
And you be connecting your hustles. So you
Yeah, that
me, I
one.
won't connect
That
you.
one.
That's why they here. So
It be so.
that be all.
It be
Okay.
so.
So you first.
All right. My name is Quables, co-founder of DWP Academy.
Whoop, whoop.
Oh,
Yeah, and I'm on the Stay by Plan podcast. We're about to have a good time.
super.
Yeah.
right. My name is Edwin or Dr. Wolf. I am the...
Charlie,
He
Doctor
sounds rich.
Charlie,
Bro.
Calm down, man.
No, you actually sound very rich.
Down. I beg.
How many
So-
zeros are in your bank account?
1.
how can you tell me the story?
How can you tell me the
so
story?
Right. So I'm the owner of Wolf Autoworx. I'm a fitter, okay?
You are not a fit.
Common fitter. Just a common
Fitters
fitter.
them they hold though because Charlie, what my fitter has been doing for me. When I do the calculation, they hold. Wow.
This
Where show?
somebody they call him Masapia, you know.
What's up here?
Yeah.
Apparently, he loves Range Rovers.
Incredible stuff. Wow, super.
Oh, yeah.
So before we get deep into it, I just want to know more about you guys, what you do, how you started, stuff like that. So for you, can you dance? Because I don't understand. If you have a dance academy and you don't know how to dance, I feel like it's a red flag.
Some way. Yeah, some way.
So can you dance? I've been seeing you dance, but when I see the dance you are doing and then the dance that the people in the academy are doing, it's not adding up.
No, so there's levels to this thing.
Okay.
I know I dance better than you and Zoo. That one I know. But you know,
After this episode, we'll do that something. Yeah, I don't talk chow. I don't talk chow.
but the people that I manage, you know, theirs is on a whole different level. you know,
Yeah.
like, yeah. But at least when the music comes on, I can move.
Okay. But do you think if someone goes to the dance class with like 2 left feet, for example, Zoo,
Yeah.
they'll be able to... Zoo has come for your classes
Yeah.
before,
You know,
actually.
should be told, like most of the you know dancers that everybody knows right now, a lot of them came in when they didn't know how to dance.
That's wild.
I don't even want to mention names, but there's
You don't
people that
name
didn't
drop.
know how to dance
name
at
drop
all.
it.
No, I'm not.
It's like you want to say it's okay.
You know, but now
Yeah.
they are so good
Yeah.
because you know they've learned you know how to you know be a professional dancer. Some people naturally have it, but some people had to learn. you
Yeah.
know. So yeah, I think you have there's a very very big possibility that you can learn.
Don't know. I already know how to dance. I'm asking for Zoo. I'm asking for Zoo.
Yeah. So
I'll see you later, okay?
nice.
Okay. Oh, for you as well.
Right. So basically, I work on most German cars, and
I knew
I
it.
stopped.
Jude, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Jude, I'm sorry.
It's fine. Absolutely.
No, because
Yeah,
we were having a
absolutely.
conversation before we started, like as co-host, right? And I'm telling you that nah, this guy he the hood, and like everything is falling in place. You
Hey,
did keep on.
I also work on Toyotas. Okay.
Yeah, but the luxury end, right?
No, I work on the Vitz as well.
In the Yaris,
yeah.
so we.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
But yeah, so this whole thing started when I went for my first car show. It was like way back in like 2014. And I saw the caliber of cars people were driving. Like that was the first time I saw an R8, I saw an M5. I saw really, really, really nice cars. And I was like, hey, Musika.
Skull Chrome.
Ghana.
Charlie.
Like back in 2018, you're driving a V10 M5. Okay, all right, calm. So at the time I was in uni, so I didn't really pay much mind to it. Then fast forward 2018, thereabouts, I started getting closer to said expensive car owners. So I was like, okay, wait, there's no automotive photographer in this space. So I was like, meh. So I started out as a photographer. And then I was always getting heat because they're like, but you're a photographer, why can't you take pictures of me? I'm like, I only take pictures of cars.
That's right.
Yeah, but actually, photography, no, they pay like that. So I had to find another way. But I mean, trust me, being an automotive photographer was like fun.
Was fulfilling,
Because, yeah, I mean, the money was not there, but fine. We went on trips. Like, I went to Amaglo twice. Just because I was taking pictures of people's cars.
Nice.
And it was a blast.
Wow.
It was a blast. And funny enough, the car I own now, when we were going to Amaglo, it belonged to a friend.
Come, Jude, ask the question. You know, I want to ask you just ask.
Don't ask. Don't
Just
ask.
ask.
Don't ask.
So just go ahead and tell us then.
It's an old BMW. Don't ask.
Wow.
Right. So it belonged to a friend at the time, way back in 2019. And then like I was with him during the entire build process to get it to where it is now. And last year he told me he was selling it. I was like, remember what I told you back in 2019? I told him that when he's ready to sell the car, I will buy it. And God being so good.
You got it. If I mention, if I give more details, that's fine.
No details.
Carlos, I will come to you, but just still with Dr. Wolf, right? Because
Yes, please.
it's incredible. When the whole photography experience for you.
Yeah.
When you take pictures of people, they're able to say, okay, well, this is a nice picture. This, that. I mean, the value proposition is higher.
Yes.
But when you're taking photos of cars, like, who gets to tell whether you've done a good job or just talk to us about it a little bit. How did it all happen for you?
So I'll be honest, the only thing that made me kind of stand out was how I took my pictures and edited them.
Right.
I was always trying to find like nice ways to make the cars look like they're alive, basically. Like they have their own personality.
Right.
So yeah, that's basically what helped me.
Interesting.
Carlos, make I come to you. I mean, for you, it's a gray area, right? And you literally started it out for a lot of us, Charlie, we're dancing in Sunday school. We wear white socks.
And the handkerchief.
Yeah, handkerchief, Charlie. So Esther
I
Smith
still
song in
do
the
it.
background. Yeah. But like you brought the whole commercialization bit of it, and it's like it's growing. It's a big industry now. How did it all happen for you?
Okay.
Or you wear the white handkerchief song.
The anytime I ask this question is like, you know, a memoir of like my journey. You know, yeah. And then it gets very deep for me.
Hey,
Hey,
serious.
Charlie.
Is it
No,
this
small,
there?
no, because
it's not like I'm
philosophy level.
Yeah, it's not like I'm good at dancing or I knew how to dance.
Ah, okay.
You know, so I was like literally searching for purpose
Right.
and trying to get some fulfillment.
I feel you.
You know, so I was around 17, and you know, I was thinking, I don't know how I was thinking about that at that young age. You know, I was thinking, if I'm to die today, what are people going to remember me for?
That's very
You know, so
Charlie, at 17.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
know.
so-
I don't think.
Think about Charlie when the
Really
best watching.
Yeah,
you
some
yeah.
dining hall food or
you know,
something.
yeah, so it kind of haunted me for, you know, for some years, right? And
Wow.
I became very popular at a point, you know, when I was in college, you know, doing billboards, endorsement deals and everything. At that time, influencing was not a thing, you know, so it's more like it started around that era.
Yeah,
But
Quables.
I was, you know, I was
You say
still,
college as in SHS.
no, college. This is around 2014, 2015. This is like
Okay.
10 years ago.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's not like how people, there's a lot of influencers right now.
Yeah.
There was nothing like that.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, so I was, you know, getting very popular, but I still didn't feel fulfilled. You know, I wasn't so excited because everybody's mentioning my name, or I'm on billboards, or I'm working with this brand. I looked within myself and I realized that I was more happy when I saw a friend do well. So then an opportunity presented itself. You know, a friend, you know, kind of shared the story with me, and I'm like, I feel like this is the moment for me to actually like help somebody.
Yeah, I see what
You
you
know,
mean.
and see if I'm going to get that fulfillment. You know, and that's how I started with Dance God. Just because I wanted to, you know, get that fulfillment that I've been looking for years.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I said to him like, I've not done this before. I don't know how to do this
But we
thing.
could try 'em.
But yeah, you know, make we do one. And that's how I found myself in this space.
Yeah.
So you know dance for Presec?
No, never.
Wow.
So I have a question about like you and Dance God. Did you just meet him randomly?
No.
And then, or you guys had been knowing each other and you already knew he could
Yeah,
dance?
so we knew each other we went to high school together.
Right.
So this is around 2008, 2009.
Okay.
You know, 2008, 2009, we knew each other in high school. He was the dancer. I was.
The hype man.
Yeah, no.
Charlie, the way you say that, no, some way.
He didn't know.
No, so with someone this day. No.
Like when you call photography photo. Like why you calling me photo?
You know, yeah. So
Yeah.
we just knew each other in school.
Yeah.
And I mean, after school, you know, when you're done with high school, nobody wants to. Dancing was a thing
Yeah, it
in
was
high
like a
school,
high
but
school thing,
you
let's
don't
be
take it to
serious.
university.
Yeah, we don't
Nobody's
do
gonna
that
mind
then.
you
Yeah.
or anything. So things kind of died down after
Yeah.
high school, and then we met, and you know, that's how we connected again. So we've known each other for close to like 15 years.
Right. And then aside him, like, do you feel there were so many different people here and there that you kind of like connected with that brought you to where you are?
Yes, of course. Like my background, you know, has played a major role because like I have an advertising background.
Right.
I've worked in different advertising agencies. You know, and when I found myself in that space, I was, you know, reading and learning a lot. So I didn't study marketing, but because I was learning a lot, you know, I knew how to, you know, brand, you know, somebody or position a brand such that people will want to probably like, you know, have a taste of it.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, my background played a major role, you know, in how everything has played out.
Wow. I mean, I think it's an incredible story, right? And you are so proud of the kind
Yeah.
of things you do.
Yeah.
But Dr. Wolf, let me come to you. I like the name. I don't know. For some reason, I went to Kolebu the other time, and right next to Kolebu, they had this workshop, right? This Fita had this work sign, and he had Kolebu. And I thought it was
Actually, that's
so it was just right
that's
opposite Kolebu. I mean, your industry is quite inundated with so many people doing same or similar, right? All kinds of people, some with not too much of an experience, but they're still in there. So in your estimation, what do you feel sets you apart from all the other people we have in the industry?
So, basically, I started from tuning cars, right? And to be able to understand how to tune a car, right, you need to understand basically how the car works and also how whatever you're changing is going to affect the car, right? So when we start from there, now you have to, like, you're forced to learn, like, what makes the car tick, what makes it do this, what does that. So I think the thing that sets me apart is I try as much as possible, as much as humanly possible, to understand what exactly is wrong with the car before I make a statement. Like when I'm diagnosing a car, like, you have the machine, you can see whatever it says. Maybe we'll say DTML tank, short circuit, open circuit, short circuit to ground. You need to understand what exactly that means to be able to fix the problem. Now, you give your car to
Somebody.
Hey,
my machine.
Hey, Charlie.
you don't like that too.
I don't see anything.
Respect
But-
their hustle.
I know.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Just
they'll not
saying.
know. They'll just say,
Just
yeah.
saying. They'll be like, oh, you have to replace this. But then you really don't need to replace it. It's
Right.
probably just the connector that is not plugged in. Or maybe, I mean,
I know.
there was a time I was working on an exhaust for a client, and his oxygen sensor, right? You plug it in, and then you diagnose the car. There's a check engine, right? It says O2 sensor bank 2 open circuit.
This is your technicalities there. I go
So-
lost.
so wait.
I go lost.
sorry.
But I'm riding with you. I'm
But
riding with you.
Yeah, basically, right? You connect the socket, and it still says that it's not connected.
Right.
Only for us to check, and then the pin in the socket, right? I backed out just a little
Just
bit, and
that.
that was it. I had been struggling with this car for 3 days.
That's crazy.
Fix that. Client comes to pick the car. He's happy. I'm happy. Like he sleep at night.
Wow.
Afi, do you know where your oxygen sensor is?
I didn't even know cats.
Actually,
God, I beg
you know,
God, I'm
sometimes
begging you.
there was this funny thing on Twitter, right? So, or they say it's X now.
Yeah.
So there was this conversation about this guy who took his car to a mechanic, and the guy went on YouTube to check the thing first, and he thought it was a red flag.
No.
But apparently, it's like a new thing, right? So
Yeah.
people maybe want to just talk to us briefly about it.
So if your mechanic opens YouTube or Google to
It's not a
search
red
for a
flag.
problem, it's not a red flag.
Charlie,
He's doing
you
research
sure?
right in front of you.
I'm crying. But you know
Well,
what? There's something that I'm taking from the two of you. I feel like you were trying this on the side. You were like looking for purpose. It's like something you did try do.
Yeah.
But right now, let's be serious.
You're making money.
You guys are
Charlie.
like you guys have
cashing
changed.
out.
Like you've literally
Amen.
changed something that you started from the side to make it like your main thing. So I feel like the topic for today is literally that, like moving your side hustle to make it like a main business, making it your main thing.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm getting from the two of you,
Yeah,
honestly.
facts.
And me, moment there, stay by plan. It's like, Charlie, I want to be 100% stay by plan, nothing else.
Yeah.
100% that. So I just feel like hearing your story is so inspiring, seeing how you guys have just moved from something small to something really big. Right now, he did throw on a fittest. Those of you who can dance. Hey God. But like, yeah, I think you guys are really doing amazing. And yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know, Jude, I don't know if you have something else to add. I feel like you guys are doing amazing.
It's an incredible story of like resilience, right? Because personally, if I found myself in the shoes, once I'm taking pictures of cars and it's not sourcing, Charlie, what's the next available place to
Yeah.
film myself?
Yeah.
But like you still stuck to it. You improved in the area, so I think it's incredible. Moving your side hustle to your main full-time job and cashing out crazy. Charlie.
For me, right,
Yeah.
So I had a full-time job, right? I used
Yeah.
to do 8 to 5, and yeah, I used to do
No
8 to
9,
5.
8. They don't know how painful it is to wake up.
You know, 8 to 5, and so this started whilst I was still doing that. You know, so you find me sometimes running away from work to go for meetings. You know,
I can't relate,
just
please.
because I want to
relate.
like do something on the side.
Yeah.
You know, but now it's something I do full time. So I'm not. So I had to quit the job and focus on this full time.
And I feel like when you know,
Yeah,
Charlie.
when you know,
It's great.
you feel it within.
Yeah.
Quables, what you say has been like your greatest achievements, right? I'm sure there are quite a number.
Yeah.
But if we're to like put a list to it,
Okay, for me, right, like I said, what was the driving factor was to get some form of fulfillment. And I feel like you've all seen it. Like there's people that, you know, and people, we all know the story of how everything started. And there's people that have probably come through me or I've worked with that, you know, have become successful in the career path that they've chosen. You know, whether they're still with me or not. But we've seen progress or we've seen growth. You know, a whole narrative has been changed.
Yeah.
Nobody ever thought dancers could be this big,
Yeah.
or dancers could make money from, you know, their talent.
Yeah.
So that alone is a big achievement for me.
Yeah.
You know, it's not something that, you know, you can. I don't know.
you can't
You
quantify,
can't quantify
in
it.
monetary
It's
gains,
so
for
big,
example.
because it's going to benefit so many generations to come.
Yeah.
You know, So
picking
that's the
people-
biggest achievement for
Picking
me.
people who otherwise would have been probably unemployed,
Yeah.
not sure what the
Or would
future
have
really
given
held
up.
for them,
Yeah.
or would have given up,
Yeah.
like you say,
Yeah.
and create something really sustainable for them.
Yeah.
For you, it's the biggest
Yeah,
achievement.
and it's a full-time job for, you know, all of them right now.
Yeah.
You know, before I don't think that there was somebody that would say that I'm a full-time dancer.
Yeah.
And
So
this
you
is-
change the narrative.
And this is the only thing.
No,
I do.
Charlie, you be big
Yeah,
man.
that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Like you
You
actually
be
do
big
am.
man.
Like if you
Charlie,
hit your chest, like I do am.
Me, I know
Yeah.
just for the.
Yeah, you scored it. You
No,
actually
you
scored
did
it.
for.
And
You
that's
actually
for
scored
the.
it.
So yeah, that's the biggest achievement for me. And you know, I just pray that I'm able to, you know, keep, you know, like changing more people's lives. You know.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, there's this whole conversation about the orange economy, right? So when we say the orange economy, basically looking at the opportunities within the creative sector to, harness a lot of growth, even within our economy, right? Because we feel like if you take some of the biggest movies, right, we see in other parts of the country, look at the budget. Charlie, our GDP is some way you get to.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, so I feel like you've harnessed that potential.
Yeah.
And you're creating jobs for people who otherwise would have found it very difficult to like make ends meet. So that's really incredible. But let me still hear from you as well. Same question. What do you feel like your most gratifying achievement has been within the space?
Honestly, I don't think I have gotten to a point where like there's something that I can say I'm really proud of, because it's like every day just being able to help people out and sort out their problems is an achievement in its own, because somebody will come like laundry list of problems, and then like little by little you solve them, and then when they are driving their cars and they are like happy with their cars, it's just very gratifying. I just like the fact that I'm able to help somebody enjoy their car, because if a car is stressing you out, you want to sell it.
In exchange of some
$10,000
$10,000 paycheck.
Right?
No, don't
Why,
do that.
why
No,
are you saying $10,000? No, why are you saying $10,000?
No, the spirit drop
Yes.
on me. So
Hey,
Why $10,000?
or it's more.
No.
Hey,
No,
why
no,
you
no, no, no,
stop
no, no.
me?
That no is not even coming. No, you for tell me the amount.
No, that $10,000 you mentioned.
Yeah.
It
So
sounds like
wait.
you're here for somewhere.
He's here for somewhere.
Here
People
for
are
somewhere.
curious.
No, the spirit just dropped it on me. So yeah, you know
Are
you
you
did
sure?
form. Charlie.
But
You wanted to say
what he's saying, right?
Yeah.
So my car, you know, I used to take it to different mechanics,
Yeah.
and then
Charlie.
you know the problems that, you know, how
The
it
lights
shows
and
on-
everything.
Yes, and I move when I'm there, right? Nothing shows on the dashboard. After 10 minutes, everything comes back.
Oh, Charlie.
You know,
So we can't drive.
Right now, there's a level
I
here.
beg
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm not gonna mention for you.
Ah, Charlie.
But yeah, so one time I went to somebody introduced, you know, somebody to me, and you know, like he did that thing where you go on YouTube and
You check,
know,
yeah.
yes. And I'm like, this is the first time I've seen this.
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
you know, and I drove. The next day, the problem didn't come back.
That's crazy.
Like I was like, this is my guy.
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere again. So like with what he's saying about being able to solve somebody's problem is a big thing.
Yeah, and I
Right.
see that for both of you. So I think aside just moving your side hustle to a main hustle, you are actively doing it because you love what you are doing
Yeah.
and you want to change people's lives.
Yeah.
I want to ask a question about the digital ecosystem. I feel like for you, I don't understand those things. So I don't drive a luxury car yet.
But it's not a luxury car.
Don't worry. My car, I don't know if they can connect it to anything to check it.
Is it a
you
push
can.
to start? There are 2 types. There's the one you press the
That is
button.
the second one.
I'm happy, don't do this.
But don't worry, guys. Before the year ends, you see me and you'll be surprised. And this is going to be my filter. This is going to be my new filter. This is my new filter. But like, yeah, with respect to like the ecosystem, do you think you use like a lot of, are you like reliant on internet? Do you need things in the digital ecosystem to basically move your business or move your academy? I think who should I start with? Quables.
For me, right, social media has been our like biggest instrument that we've used, you know, to promote ourselves. We were not getting interviews when we started. You know, you can't just go and give your video to. You don't even have the money to pay the blogger or somebody.
Exactly.
You know, so we had to use social media to sell ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, so it's internet and social media has been, you know,
Logged
our
in.
best friends.
Yeah.
You know, in selling whatever we're selling.
Yeah. 100% for you.
So coming back to what you said about social media, social media is like a big thing right now
Yeah.
because even with some of the clients I get them from Snapchat, I get them from Instagram, maybe referrals from friends. Social media has been really, really, really instrumental in like what we do, and the internet has been amazing.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I was working on the car recently. Roamed the whole of Abuzo line. Do not find the part. Go on Google, check. It's like $100. So placed the order, got the part, brought it, fixed it.
Problem solved.
Finito.
Yeah.
You're done.
Yeah.
So I would say that the internet and social media very, very, very key to whatever it is that you're doing, because I feel like you can apply it to whatever it is you're doing. You can just use social media to help yourself. You can use the internet to learn a skill and then help like boost whatever you're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the thing that they do with the connecting of the cars. I'm sorry I'm hung up on that. Do you need internet for it, sort of?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
So that's like the diagnosis.
Yeah, the diagnostics.
Yeah, that's what I
the-
mean.
Like the diagnostic machines.
Yeah.
Right now, we've gotten to a point where you cannot diagnose like a Range Rover or a Jeep or a Mercedes without connecting your diagnostic machine to the internet.
That's wild.
Because of the issues to cars.
Wow.
So when you connect the machine to the car, it uses the internet to pull all the records from the individual service, and then it tells you whether your car is okay or not.
Wow. So a well-functioning or a really robust digital infrastructure system is central to what you do in terms of scaling up.
It is basically the lifeline of the entire business because
Incredible.
you, like, without the internet, you cannot do like a lot of things.
Wow.
Okay, for me, right, the reason why everybody knows us or you know talks about us is because we were very intentional with how we positioned ourselves online. Like, you know, so I was an influencer back then, right? So I was thinking,
Actually, back then.
Actually,
So-
you grow.
Back then.
I didn't think say if I'm able to get, so it was even like the bare minimum. If I'm able to get like 50 people that, you know, all had 100,000 followers, then that means that I have what?
500,000. Hey, sorry, my mouse.
5 million.
That's a
Yeah,
lot.
sorry.
You understand? Then
My mouse be somewhere.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
I probably have 5 million. I could reach 5 million people, you know, so I'll have so much power. So it was very intentional not to just grow the company, but also grow the individuals,
Right.
so that we can have that big influence online. And that's why we are big on the digital space. Like, it's like our strongest, code right now.
Incredible.
Yeah. And you've made it when like the parents start forwarding your videos in the
Charlie.
dance group. That's when you know that you've made it. Because if the parents start forwarding like snippets of people dancing, you just know that you've made it because the adults have approved. Then everybody has approved.
The funny thing is sometimes they even attempt to dance along.
That's true.
They for my people, right? They even follow their lifestyle. It's not really about even the dance anymore.
Everything.
They're following. What's this person's new hairstyle? What's this person doing with their life now? This person has bought a new car. This person they are literally following their lifestyle every day online. So for our audience, the internet we need our audience to have the internet. Then we also need the internet to be able to.
You say you use it to also, for example, try learning up or keeping up with new trends.
Yes.
Is that a big part of what you do?
Yes. For me, I'm always learning from people. I might come to Afi's, Instagram page, and then I'm paying attention to how she's posting her pictures
She
or
be too
videos,
deliberate.
how she's writing her captions.
Yeah.
I'm always paying attention to people that are doing well in different spaces, and then I pick something from everybody and use it for myself.
Yeah.
Wow. So I do a lot of research, and trying to find out how I can better what I'm doing.
You talked about talent management, right? How you want to grow people rather than grow the establishment only.
Yeah.
I think it's a big part of what we are actually discussing here. Just talk to us about how difficult it is working with people, because I can imagine, right? Wait, how many people do you manage now? Top of your head.
So the academy has, in Accra we have like 50 plus people.
Okay.
We have DWP Academy Ho, which has like about 25 people. We have DWP Academy Kumasi. We have DWP Academy USA. So
USA.
yes. So
Block is blocking.
like there's people that have been placed in all of those places to play certain roles. But obviously like I oversee everything that's going on.
You pay them?
Yes, they are paid. Everybody's paid. All the dancers are paid.
Allowance or salary?
Paid.
Salary.
This is their full-time job.
Incredible.
Yeah, they're paid.
Wow.
Everybody is paid.
So then talk to us about how difficult or
It is.
otherwise it is managing talent, right? Managing people.
It's very difficult because everybody is different. Everybody has got their own personality. You have to learn how to deal with, people's traits and all of that, especially ladies,
we beg you.
She can wake up today and say that she doesn't want to
I'm
do
not in
this
the
anymore.
mood. But then no, this one day I have to shoot it down straight. I
Why?
feel like there are some men who are
It's-
also
it's
serious
worse.
superstars.
It's probably worse.
Like there are some like people that that okay, this guy is maybe a content creator or a rapper or some day to be divas. Where like I'm not in the mood.
Facts,
I don't want to dance now. I
can't
don't feel like
I can't
it.
deny that, but
Yeah.
it's been very difficult, but it's been a learning process for me.
Yeah.
Because there's been a number of people that have been successful through this thing. There's Dance God, there's Afonita, there's Endurance, there's so
And this is like all coming because of one person.
Yo, I
So
I
it's
wanted
crazy.
to ask him from what you even asked. I feel like from what you said, you basically want to see people grow.
Yeah.
So have you reached a point where you know that Charlie, they're like you are basically like a mother hen, and then eventually they would have to leave. Like it's part of the growth. Leaving is part of the
I can't lie to you, right? In the beginning, I used to think that when somebody leaves you, right, there's something wrong with it. But I've come to understand that it is very normal. You can't be together for life, right? Yeah. So I see it as, okay, I'm supposed to move you from point A to point B. My only problem is when we part ways on a bad note.
Exactly.
Because then I feel like I've been there doing so much, and I want you to move on so that we can still, sit down and talk about, how everything started and, share ideas and everything, So yes, I always want people to, elevate or move on, because I cannot, I cannot do this. Yeah, I cannot be with one person forever. So yeah, I always want to see that progression, from everybody that I find myself working with. I always tell them that I want you to be able to like come up with or start a business that's going to live on beyond dance, because you're not going to dance forever.
Yeah.
I'm not the dancer. I'm always going to have the mind. I'm always going to have, the skills that I have. So it can be replicated in so many different talents. But you, who is the dancer, you cannot dance forever. So what happens after you stop dancing? So I'm very intentional about, how to groom the talent and making sure that they live beyond dancing, or they live beyond just their talent.
So for his growth.
Yes, you need to be able to evolve into something. That's why it's called dance with the purpose. So the dance is leading you to something. You are not supposed to dance forever.
Charlie, you there for no, you there for
That be
you
there.
there for you be big man.
Charlie,
For me,
who?
I'm truly inspired by
really
it. It's a
getting
really remarkable story. It's a
Yeah.
really remarkable story. I hope we don't really downplay, right? Because I don't think there are a lot of people who've been able to groom these many talents, right?
Yeah.
For them to hold down their own. So I hope you really get your flowers.
Yeah.
Are you getting it?
I
Do you
did buy
feel
one for
like-
myself.
Oh, don't worry, it's fine. It's still flowers.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, I'm in my heart. I'm excited. So yeah.
That's what's
I don't need anybody to tell me, you're doing a good job.
Yeah.
Once I see somebody that I'm guiding become successful, I'm good. Yeah.
That's
Whoa.
amazing.
Have you reached a point where you're like, no, no need, Charlie. It's not really worth it.
Like some obstacles.
Yeah, like the challenge you face that you probably thought all of this is not really necessary.
Well, I mean, there are some days you get out of bed and you're like, do I really want to go to work? But the thing that keeps me in gear is the fact that, Charlie, I go see people solve their problems. I come back home exhausted, but I know deep down that, Charlie, at least if not for anything, I've solved at least 1% like headache,
Yeah,
and then they're good.
yeah. Because having a recurring car problem can be so frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
Charlie,
frustrating.
it
Charlie.
could drive you some mental downward.
And you waste a lot of
mental
money.
spiral.
I was
Yeah.
I was in the opposite side of this before I became a fitter.
Yeah.
Send it to a mechanic. He will say he has fixed the problem. You leave the shop and you still hear kukul, 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 kukul.
You waste a lot of money.
I can
It becomes very
relate.
frustrating. Yeah.
Wow.
No, it's because it just gets annoying.
Yeah.
Because you're spending money to fix a problem, but then the problem is not getting fixed. So that is the one thing that keeps me going. Like, hey, I can help somebody today.
I also want to ask him a question. You
Hey.
ask your own
Has
first.
there ever been a problem that you've not been able to solve?
Oh yeah.
And what
I
did you
love
do?
the honesty.
You referred?
Told him to come back.
You need to
The
do your
next day.
research. That'll be all.
Proper research.
Did you
Yeah,
just- and
that'd
did
be
you
all.
fix the problem?
Yeah, I fixed it.
Okay.
So I feel like you seem very driven, not you seem, you are very driven and very inspired. And I did my homework first, IT to photographer, now full on low-key
Fitter.
engineer. Or like what you are doing,
Yeah.
people are going to school for this.
Yeah.
Well,
So how, like, can you give us perspective of your story? Like, how did you move from wherever you started to here? Like, was your family supportive? Like, because me, if I was doing this, I know my parents go vex. Like, you want to do it now? You are doing, like, I just want to know, like, really deep
but
everything. Your
first
story.
things first. I'm very, very appreciative of my parents. They stuck with me through all my nonsense. So, like you said, I started out with an IT background. I worked for a couple of companies doing IT stuff, but I was just getting bored. Go and sit in the office, and then you're just waiting for the time to pass, because like what I was doing was tech support. So if there's a problem, I fix it. I'm done. I don't have anything else doing. So while I was in the office, from time to time, I just order a couple of things I think people were like, oh, that I want. And I order a few for other people. And then I sell. So I was selling dash cams like way back when.
What's a dash cam for the people?
Uninitiated.
Yes.
So a dash cam is basically a camera that is recording whatever is happening like in front of the car. So
Okay.
it's on your windshield. It
Okay.
records whatever's happening in front.
Okay.
In case of any issues.
That's so cool.
Yeah, Loki saved my dad. He was going to my hometown, and then a trotro hit him from the side. Car somersaulted. And then this guy was basically trying to say that my dad was doing an overtake where my dad was not doing anything, was in his lane.
Charlie.
So my dad didn't say anything. Just show the police people the
That's
video.
all. No need to talk.
No long talk.
Yeah.
And then he was
Like that is they for punish the person times
Yeah, they
two.
will punish you for lying to authority.
People can
like
lie.
imagine he didn't have
Yeah.
that faith.
And then the mates will be siding with him that, oh, yes, it's true, police, it's true. I saw it. Oh, Charlie.
Exactly. And if anything, it's going to be the driver and the mate against my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, started from dash cams. Then eventually I started working, like ordering parts for people. So when they can't find a part here, they come to me. I get the parts for them. They fix it, and then boom, you're okay. But sometimes you order the parts and then somebody fixes it wrong, and it becomes a headache for you because they think
You
bought the
started.
wrong
Yeah.
yeah. So then I partnered with a friend, and then I was working out of his shop. But then you see, there's just something about having your own space and
Yeah.
controlling your own people. Because imagine you come to the shop with a car that, like, needs to go right now, and the boys are just like, "Oh, boss, we are doing something else."
Or somebody's with your spanner. Or someone's with your. I know.
I can count the
imagine.
number of times I lost tools in the other shop.
Yeah.
It gets frustrating.
Yeah.
So now that you have your own space, tell the boys that, listen, if you displace something, I'll take it after your salary.
Say from the sunlight.
Oh, you're the big boss. Yeah.
So yeah, that's basically my story. So from IT, just selling stuff, then ordering parts, partnering, and then now having my own space. And then God being so good, things are.
It's going well,
Yeah.
bro.
Small,
Your laugh
small.
alone is the laugh of a rich man. So you made a good decision, and we are happy for you.
Yeah.
Don't do fake humility. We don't fake, oh, wow.
No.
Yeah. But then how do you guys stay relevant? Like, how do you make sure that, Charlie, people are always signing up for the academy? How do you make sure that people always know that if my car has a problem, I'm not going anywhere else? Like, I want to know. I guess we can start with Quables.
So for me, I always, try to stay on top of, my game, because this entertainment industry, once you start something and you're doing well, everybody is also going to start it.
Exactly.
So be innovative, do things that people are not doing. Make sure you stay relevant all the time. And with us, so we're not just dancing, we're doing vlogs, we're going live, we're doing donations, we are doing community activations, so it's not just it doesn't get boring, such that you want to now watch another person. We just always want to do something new or be innovative in what we're doing. So that's how we stay relevant in this space. Yeah.
Doctor, we'll come to you on the same question, but still with Quables. I mean, because back here in our system, people thrive on controversy, right?
Yeah.
You've had your fair share of it.
I've dealt with a lot.
Wow, I can imagine.
I've dealt with a lot.
But will you say for you, it's more about giving back aside what you do mainstream, which is of course dancing. So you talk about community engagement, you talk about donations, right?
Yeah.
Community engagement, what exactly do you do when you visit some of these communities?
Okay, so some of the people, a lot of the dancers that have become superstars right now are coming from backgrounds where they didn't believe that they were gonna make it. Like there's somebody called Real Cash. She used to sell bread on the street. He has more than 1 million followers now. There's Official Starter. You've seen how he's grown
His whole market
from,
stuff.
not thinking that he can make it, and now he's inspiring all these market women and making them happy.
Yeah.
There's the joy that he puts on their faces is bigger than anything.
Priceless.
It's priceless. So I feel like so many people's lives
There's
are
also
being changed.
Afronita.
Yes, she's moved on and
Yeah.
she's also grooming kids and everything. So many people's lives have been changed. I can't lie. Like, why is it that a dancer can have 10 million followers? It's not because she's the most extraordinary dancer or like the move she does other people cannot do, but there's some personality or there's something that people love about the person. Some people are being inspired to also follow their dreams, which is not probably the same thing. So I feel like it's transcending to so many people, so many communities. With the question you asked me, one of the things that we do in the communities is when we go, we offer free dance classes. We did one in Jamestown. The next place we're going to do is Ashaman. And then when we do a free community dance class, we pick maybe 2 or 3 of the most talented people, give them 1 year free, dance class at DWP Academy, and probably help them with how to, run their social media. Not a lot of people know that. So that's another thing that we're doing to,
so back to the digital infrastructure kind of question. Social media is a big part of what you do because that's literally your selling point. When you dance, people have to see it. And the only medium is through social media. How much of a big deal is it for you? Is it like a prerequisite where if you come to DWP, you need to own or have a social presence?
Branding, like, yes, you definitely have to have a social presence.
What if I'm the shy type?
Because it's an industry where there wasn't any money coming in. Nobody was ready to pay you. Now we had to think about the how to make this a business. How do you make revenue from this thing? Nobody is ready to pay you. So at that time there was YouTube. So we need to create content and put on YouTube and start monetizing. Now YouTube is one of the platforms that's the most difficult to grow. So then we've come to find out, okay, Instagram and TikTok is easier. So let's build our brands on this platform, grow it, and then transfer direct traffic from these platforms to the platform that can be monetized, that will make you money. You understand? And then now, okay, because you have gained all of this audience, now brands want to,
jump on.
Do brand placement. So we had to move from one thing to the other to be able to make revenue from this thing. We said, okay, let's start doing apparels. Where can we sell it? We want to sell to people all over the world. I've not traveled to UK before. I've not traveled to I've not been to Europe before. How do I reach these people? The only way to reach them is through social media. So everything started like a joke, but we had to find a way to make money from it.
So it's a big part of what you do.
Yeah, it's a very big part of what we do. If we didn't have social media, I don't know how we would have got into this point.
Social media, reliable, steady internet, hand in hand.
Yeah, hand in hand.
Because you have to upload those videos, and if you're doing a live, you don't want any breaks.
So back to Afi's main question on what keeps you afloat, right? Against all tides and against all trends. Yeah,
and I also want to add, like, top up, like, for you, you're shipping stuff, connecting with vendors. Like, I'm very interested. Maybe I'll do it on the side. It's not my main hustle. Everybody's gonna come to my stuff because it's like, hey, wow, the girl who does that, I'm coming for a ball from you. But like,
Right. So with staying relevant, right? I always like doing stuff that people tell me I can't do. So it started out with my first BMW, right? It was a naturally aspirated 6-cylinder. Everybody was telling me that you can't tune this car. It's not possible. It's not worth it. And I was like, watch me. And I had, at the time, it was a 2.5 liter, right? I had the fastest 2.5 liter. And I used to shoot massive flames. And that is what started, like, it just stirred up interest in, tuning. Like, why is this guy's car spitting flames? And then why is mine not doing that? Like, I like what he has. I want the same thing. Another example. So I have this old Nissan Patrol, right? It's like a 95 model year. And the engine, another inline 6, 4.2 liter, drinks diesel like it doesn't have sense. And it's slow. My God, it's very slow. So I was like, you know what? This engine needs to be overhauled. How much is the overhauling? 12,000 cedis. Okay. Did a little research and I realized that we can actually put a BMW diesel engine with a turbo in it and have like 300 horsepower and 650 torque. That's a lot. That's a lot of happiness.
I don't understand, but it sounds like a good thing.
It really is a good thing. It really is a good thing because that's just like double the amount of power that the stock Nissan engine was giving.
Right.
So I was like, ooh, okay. Now everybody told me that, nah, don't do it. You're wasting money. It won't work. It would. Last week I was driving it. Done. And it wasn't. I mean, it was quite difficult.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I have to order parts. And right now the rates are not rating.
Yeah.
They are killing me, right? But then again, it's another thing that I'm doing to keep myself relevant because if I'm just working on cars, there's nothing too interesting about fixing somebody's how do you call it, alternator, fixing someone's AC. Nah, people like things that they've not seen before. Right. So me basically putting the wrong engine in the wrong car,
getting the right thing
And making it work.
Like I get a lot of feedback from people saying that, bro, this is crazy. Like we never knew this could be done and you're able to do it. That's amazing. Like I have a few clients lined up because of that. Somebody wants me to put a V8 in his laundry by the friend.
And then I'll bring my car.
I'll bring my car too. Oh, don't do that. You don't know the car I drive. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I want to turn my car into a Tesla.
Yeah, pimp my ride, Charlie. Pimp my ride.
So you don't tell a car guy that you're going to buy an electric car. We don't like that.
You don't like
that.
Okay, no problem.
Like a noise.
But I'll still bring it so that you can just change something for me.
No problem.
Yeah.
I got you, bro.
Wow, Dr. Wolf, interesting. But how will you put continuous knowledge improvement, right? You have an IT background, but you find yourself in an engineering field, very technical, very niche field. How important is knowledge improvement, continuous knowledge upgrade for what you do?
Honestly, if you don't learn, you'll be stuck like how do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? You'll just be fighting for crumbs. You need to learn something new and then stick with the trends. I mean, right now everybody's talking about AI, right? If you don't try to learn something new, you're basically just stuck in the past. Like, for example, right? Older cars, they were very mechanical. You twist this, twist that, you're good.
Yeah.
Right? Now, cars are basically like driving computers.
Right.
You need to be able to understand why this is doing that and that is doing that. Let me be a little technical, right? Back in the 90s, we didn't have CAN bus. CAN bus is basically a communication protocol for all the devices in your car.
Okay.
Right? So your ABS, that is in control of your anti-lock braking system.
I've been seeing that.
ABS,
I've been seeing that
the
app
ABS.
thing on
That
there.
is the dashboard.
Okay, that's what it is.
It's in charge of you stopping. So in case it rains, for example, and then you mash the brake, see older cars will just skid. But in newer cars, you feel like it's grabs and releases the brakes to stop better.
Yeah.
So that needs to talk to the cars, the engine's computer, right? Then it will tell the car that, hey, yo, I'm skidding. Cut power. The transmit your gearbox, right? Also needs to talk to the engine as well. Needs to talk to your ABS as well. So if you do not try to acquire further knowledge, right, you start doing things that are for older cars.
Right. Makes sense.
Yeah.
So before we wrap up, I feel like people are watching this, people are inspired by you. It might sound tacky, but what advice would you give someone who is trying to move their side hustle to a main hustle? And how can they leverage on like the digital space and everything to make sure that, Charlie, they move in the right direction? So that's the question I have for the two of you before we wrap up.
Okay, so for me, right, the advice I'll give somebody is money shouldn't be their motivation. motivational factor. I know at the end of the day,
Charlie, in this
Oh, lie.
Fact.
because
You sure?
at the end of the day, you want to make. At the end of the day, you want to make money.
Yeah.
And eat from whatever you are doing. But
Yeah.
it's very easy to quit. It's very easy to stop something when you start and you don't see any progress. Like I've been at this thing for 10 years. Some of the people that you see successful with even their dance careers have been dancing for 7 years, 6 years. So, and a lot of them quit. People quit along the way because they felt like they wouldn't make it, and now they're regretting the fact that they quit, and these people have been. So money shouldn't be the reason shouldn't be what drives you. There should be something else, because then if the money is not coming, you still keep going. And if you keep going, you're going to end up making it. So that's the little advice I'll give you. Let something push you. Let something motivate you. And at the end, I feel like you're going to be successful at it.
It's deeper than just the monetary gains.
To be honest. Because I could be in any other field. I'm a business person. I like to start things. I could do so many things. I could be very successful at clothing. I used to do that. I could still. The first company I ever registered was an advertising company. I could be doing that because I'm good at managing brands. So why not do it for myself? But it wasn't motivating me. There was nothing driving me to continue those paths. But this one felt fulfilling, there's been times where I've wanted to quit, but I cannot. You understand? Yeah, I cannot. I just can't, because I feel like my life is intertwined with so many people. So then if I give up on it, then it's going to affect so many people. So I have to keep going.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And just to add to what he's saying, right? Yeah, money shouldn't be everything. First, find something that you're passionate about, something that you love doing, and it doesn't feel like a chore. And then try to just do it. Eventually, right, you'll start making money from it. It's easier said than done, but then just if you have a passion for something and you love doing something, you would always want to do it, even though you're not motivated, you're not getting money, you're not getting anywhere with it. There's always something pushing you to just stay there and then build on that and then make it better. So just find a passion.
So Charlie, they've said it. They've said it. Find something you love, do it enough, and then it's going to eventually pay. Basically, that's.
But you have to be intentional.
But we have to be intentional.
And you have to create there has to be some value.
Value.
Yeah.
There has to be some value, because why would somebody want to pay you?
Yeah.
If you come to me and you say you want to take 50,000, why
What
should
is
I pay
their value?
50,000? Yeah,
True.
there's no value. I feel like no, you don't deserve that money.
Yeah.
So create some value for yourself whilst you're at it. Yeah.
It's been such an incredible learning process for me, right?
Yeah.
It felt like a conversation, but trust me, I've been taking so many notes.
Yeah.
Incredible. And honestly, I'm so grateful for the kinds of things you do, right? You're putting people on, and it's a big deal. And like I said early on in the conversation, I really hope you get your flowers. If they're not already coming.
Yeah.
But Charlie, you be big man. No, you did form.
I did try.
No, you did form.
I did try.
Charlie, no. If a bell was here, I'd rang it for you. Actually, both of you. Incredible stuff.
I did try.
Super stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm into, I don't know, tech stuff. I like to do stuff, learn and all that. So just seeing that you started all of this from the ground up is actually blowing my mind. That you understand cars to that level. You can move things from one car. You're actually a creator as well, just with cars. And that's really cool. Please, can I come and do my internship?
No problem.
Okay, please, you guys heard it. He said I come and do my internship. So before we wrap up, there's something we love to do on Stay by Plan. I want to know, what song have you guys been listening to, and who do you want to hear on the podcast next?
Okay, so I manage artists as well. And the song I've been listening to recently is called Kilo One Salt by the boy Kenzie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Super.
And what song have you been listening to?
I listen to a mix of things.
Okay.
I don't have anybody.
You're like
I'm
me.
so sorry.
No, it's okay. That's like me.
Yeah. I listen to a bit of everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Favorite genre?
alternative.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Alter.
White people,
Alter
right?
boy. Alter boy.
Very white
Fully
guy.
alter.
Yeah. And then who do you want to hear on this podcast?
Me,
It's a tough one.
yeah, it's a tough one.
Oh, anybody, just random.
Why are you smiling?
Or maybe you have someone for me that you can connect me to. Connect my hustle and give me someone good.
I mean, I love like watching your podcast. I don't have anybody in particular in mind, but yeah, just bring somebody interesting.
Okay.
You trust their judgment.
You trust my
Yeah, I
thank you
trust
so
your
thank you very
judgment.
much.
Yeah.
Thank
You
you
did
very much.
invite us, so
Yeah. You see, like my eye open. And I deleted Zoo to a broadcast. Actually, like my eye open. How about you? Do you have anybody that you can think of?
honestly, not off the top of my
No,
head.
hey, wow, guys. Okay. Don't worry. The next episode, I'm sure you guys will love
Bring
it as
Joey
well.
B.
I should bring Joey B. We've had Joey
he's
B
been on
before,
before.
but me and Zoo have been like, you know what? We actually need to bring Joey B.
He doesn't
back.
do interviews. Like, I don't know why, but I like to.
I'll
hear
tell him to
yeah,
come
he
back.
should
You
bring
know
him
tell him to
that
come
Kim
back.
Promise video where that was a favorite story. The
Yeah.
one with the Kente and all that.
Yeah.
Charlie was holding a good too.
back. He's
What's
Nah,
happening?
we'll bring
Charlie.
Joey B back.
Yeah.
We'll
So,
bring
we
him
need to
back.
ask him a few questions.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so Charlie, do you want to say something?
Like
do you
I've
want to
said-
wrap
no,
up
no, I've
for
said
us?
it all.
Because like now you're the co-host,
No,
so like
you should
be able to wrap up.
just drive it home. But I just want to emphasize that they are amazing guys within
Yeah.
the space, and we need to celebrate them.
Yeah. So Charlie, thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you to Telecel for powering this episode. I feel like these kind of conversations need to be had where we understand like what people do to get to where they are and all that. So Charlie, I'm hoping we can just keep this moving and keep inspiring the youth with people like you and people like him, my new co-host. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us on Stay by Plan.
Right.
Bye.
Thank you.
Stay by plan, across, stay by plan. All the boys, all the girls, for stay by plan. Stay by plan, stay by plan. All the boys, all the girls, for stay by plan.